With the way things are going now, I really don't think, in my opinion, that the new government are going to make any changes. But it's very obvious. When I mean it's very obvious, that things are not normal anymore since the new changes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. Like you know, I create content on UK immigration, live in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK, relocating to the UK. If you're someone who is interested in such content or know anyone who may be interested in such content, do like and share this video with them. I'm sure they will find it helpful. So guys, let's quickly dive right into today's video. But before we do that, I've got fantastic news to share with you. Are you a new migrant, or maybe you're planning to move to the UK, or you're planning to pay your school fees from abroad? I've got a fantastic app which is called Leatherback. You can use to send money to your friends and loved ones overseas. Apart from sending money to your friends and loved ones overseas, you can create an account with Leatherback. If you sign up with Leatherback today and you send £20 and above, you get instant £20 cash back. Like, this is not going to come after a few days, you're getting it instantly. So all you need to do is to click on the link in the description, sign up with Leatherback, send £20 and above, and you will receive £20 cash back in your Leatherback account, which you can also send to another person. And another thing I need to let you know is that this Leatherback is registered with Financial Conduct Authority. So whenever you're using it to send money, you don't have to stress yourself for anything, because your money is secured, your money is not going to go missing. And if you have any challenges during your transaction, there is a 24/7 customer service that you can contact for them to resolve it. So hurry up now guys, click on that link you are seeing in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment, and sign up with Leatherback. And also don't forget to use my referral code as you can see on the screen, and thank me later. Thank you very much for your time, and don't forget to download Leatherback today and use it as soon as possible, so you will get your £20 cash back once you send £20 and above. So guys, like we all know that the new changes to the UK immigration has affected the UK visa application. Now, not only for work, also for studies, for those who are looking at coming to study in the UK, because the UK government, which was the previous government, they've made a lot of changes. And I've kept receiving those messages about the new government, if they have made any changes to what the previous government did, saying that the whole stuff is affecting the UK negatively. Now, I've got another update to share with you in today's video, just to let you know that we haven't really experienced so much changes, to be honest, with the new government. Most of the rules the new government is working with were rules that were made by the previous government, and in as much as the previous government have made their changes, we're expecting that the new government will just come in and start adjusting things. But guys, it's not as easy as we thought. Maybe we have to give them some time, I don't know. But just as you can see on my screen, number applying to work or study in UK falls by more than a third. I came into study in the UK about 13 years ago, and UK was somewhere that we all look forward to. Like, even when I was applying for studies, I didn't apply to any other country but the UK. Now, UK had always been a country that a lot of people had always admired to come. But with what is going on now, people are beginning to divert, think of other countries. People seeking skilled worker, health and care or study visas drops to 91,300 in July after COP introduced by Tories. We know the Tories are no more in charge, but the Labour Party. Now, the number of overseas workers and students applying to come to the UK has fallen after COP on visas introduced by the previous government. Workers and their family members applying on skilled worker, health and care and study visas fell by more than a third in July to 91,300 compared with last year. Last year, like, a lot of people actually moved to the UK, especially on the care worker visa. Now, we all know that the new rule from what the UK government said, from the 11th of March, those who are getting their COS cannot bring their dependents with them. But now there's this question that even people in the UK have been asking me about their dependents overseas, if they can still bring them, provided they have been here. You got your visa or your course before the 11th of March and you applied for your visa, just to still remind you, because I'd always mentioned it, and you have your family overseas, you can still bring them to the UK. Problem is, if you got your course after 11th of March and you still have your family overseas, then it becomes difficult to bring them on that care visa. The decline has been particularly stark in monthly applications for health and care visas, with an 82% fall to 2,900 in July, while the number of people applying to study in the UK has fallen by 15% to 69,500. This used to be in hundreds of thousands few months ago. The official figures suggest overall immigration figures are likely to tumble significantly. Net migration hit an all-time high of 764,000 in 2022, and inflows remain higher than historical average of 685,000 last year. Rishi Sunak's Conservative government banned those coming to study in the UK and those on the health and care visas from bringing family members, and Labour has no plans to change this policy. Guys, for everyone who has been asking me what has Labour done, we know that the Labour Party is kind of immigration friendly or immigrant friendly, and a lot thought that once they get in there, they're going to open that door to still let health and care worker visa and students not doing research come with their dependent. But just to take that again, Labour has no plan to change that policy in the meantime, because what they are proposing, like we all know, train more people in the UK, let them fill in the gap, and not bringing people from overseas. The Home Office's initial figure for July found that about 15% fewer sponsored student visa application was received last month, continuing the downward trend since the start of the year. Like, tell me, coming to the UK to study without your family, which is why there is this drop. And lots of lecturers are beginning to lose their positions because they don't even have the students to teach. If you have been following me on this journey, you see that there was a time I uploaded a video about universities beginning to drop their staff because they don't even have money to fund them. They don't have money to pay lecturers. Bear in mind that if you go to universities, there are smaller courses that were opened up when international students were flowing in. Yeah, when international students were coming to the UK, like, there were lots of new courses that were open, and when those courses started, they had to recruit more lecturers to lecture international students. But now they are beginning to shut down those courses. This is the impact from the new changes, and the new government is also still emphasizing that they don't have any plans to reverse those changes that is impacting negatively. It means policies introduced by the previous government could help Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, deliver on his promise to reduce sky-high level of net migration, which it's becoming a bit difficult if you have been following the news. The University of Oxford's Migration Observatory has estimated that net migration will continue to drop considerably in the next 5 years to about 350,000 by 2030, driven in part by more people leaving Britain, decline in the number of overseas students arriving in the UK, and a fall in private sector vacancies. The think tank has warned that the fall in the numbers could lead to significant trade-offs as universities struggle to cope with declining revenues and the health and social care sector faces potential recruitment process. Like we know, if you go to a care organization and you want to count the number of migrants working there, guys, in most cases, it's always like, I would say 80% or 75% of migrants. With these changes that have made overseas applicants not to secure a job in the UK as much as it used to be in the past, most care homes will really struggle. Like, they will struggle to have enough care workers to work. But guys, before the end of this video, someone asked me a question about how they can come and later bring their dependent. I will share a solution to something someone is already on the journey right now doing that maybe possibly you could think about. Overall number of people applying to come to the UK as skilled workers, health workers, or to study has fallen from 143,000 in July last year to 91,300 in July this year, a drop of 36%. Indeed, this is a significant difference, to be honest. Now, just as you can see, Labour has announced plans for legislation to improve pay and conditions in the social care sector. A Home Office spokesperson told The Times, "We have set out a clear plan to bring down historically high level of legal migration by tackling the root causes behind high international recruitment. By linking immigration, the labor market and skill system, we will ensure we train up our homegrown workforce and address the shortage of skills. Immigration brings many benefits to the UK, but it must be controlled and delivered through a fair system, which is what we are all aware of, that they are actually going to train people. But now the question is, how many of the core home people are actually ready to do care jobs? If we have to look at that, how many of them, the care jobs, like we know, some people see it as a dirty job meant for immigrants. Though they have said they are going to improve the payment, maybe it may attract more core home people to pick up the job and do it with their whole heart. Someone was asking me, Fajira, if I come to the UK without my dependent as a care worker and leave my dependent overseas, after I get my settlement, can I bring my dependent? Guys, yes, once you get your indefinite leave to remain, it depends on the rules at that time. But for now, if you get your indefinite leave to remain, you're looking at earning £29,000, because the new Home Secretary have said there's going to be a pause on that. It's not going to increase yet to 38,700, just like the previous government proposed. Let's use the current threshold as a case study. Let's assume that you came into the UK and you're working as a care worker. One, people are confused. Oh, am I allowed to go visit my family and back? Yes, you're allowed to go see your family and come back whenever you want to, provided it's a leave that is approved by your organization. Now, you can be doing that. Let's say every year you're going to see your family and you're coming back, you're sending them money to look after themselves. Then after 5 years, once you get your indefinite leave to remain, I'm using the current salary threshold as a case study, and you're able to earn £29,000. To be honest, between now and in the next 5 years, if you're working in a good organization, your salary should have grown to £29,000 if there has not been any changes. Once you get that, then you can now apply for your dependents to join you, because you'll now have a UK permanent residency. So even if the UK government is saying they are not going to make any change, and you manage to get opportunity, for those who have asked me this question, to move to the UK on a care worker visa, and you think you can move to the UK and be visiting your family, they can also visit you in the UK on a visiting visa, but they cannot stay more than 6 months, just in case they have to visit. But you can always go in and come out whenever you want to. After 5 years, once you get your indefinite leave to remain and you still meet the requirements, you can now apply to bring your dependent. So this is just what it is. And if you have your husband or your wife, you can apply for a family visa, the spouse visa, for them to join you in the UK. So you're not coming with your dependent immediately. It does not mean that in the next 5 years you will still be unable to come with your dependent. No, and bear in mind that anything could change between now and 5 years. So this is just the answer to those who have asked me that question. I think in my future video I will explain further on this. So guys, this brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.